Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the Five Village King Parade, a festival that can only be found in southern Taiwan. According to legend, during the Qing dynasty, five brothers from the mainland encountered a typhoon while crossing the Taiwan Strait. Their boat capsized, and just as they were about to drown, they prayed to their ancestral deity and vowed to worship him day and night if they were saved. Suddenly, a mysterious glowing log appeared on the water. By holding onto this log, the brothers eventually made it safely to Taiwan. The brothers then settled 5 different areas in Tainan, and these settlements eventually became the present-day villages of Erzhen, Xiaying, Xinzhong, Dutou, and Wusantou. A temple was later built in each village to worship the Jialan King, whom the brothers believed saved their lives. Each year, the effigy of the Jialan King is paraded through the streets of the 5 villages. Locals burn incense, present offerings, and burn joss paper to welcome the Jialan King as the procession passes by. Villagers also prostrate themselves before the effigy and allow it to pass over them. This is believed to bring good fortune. The 5 villages take turns hosting the effigy at their temple, and this year is Wusantou's turn. Apart from the parade, many performances are also prepared for the night's festivities. While waiting for the parade to arrive at the Wusantou temple, I noticed a play going on, but no one was actually watching. At first, I felt kind of bad for the actors since nobody was paying them any attention. But later, my wife told me that they weren't performing for the people. They were performing for the spirits or gods. Later in the night, a crowd gathered and performances began. The lion dance is a traditional Chinese dance in which the performers mimic movements of a lion. And like most symbols in Chinese culture, the dance is expected to bring good fortune. This is San Taizi. He is the patron god of children and filial piety in Chinese folk religion. Parents would make an offering to him, hoping that their children would grow up strong, healthy, and respectful. He's portrayed as very happy and playful, and sometimes even as wearing sunglasses. You can see performers dressed up in his costume in most religious celebrations in Taiwan. In Taiwanese folklore, a bajiajiang is a bodyguard or attendant for the temples of local gods. According to tradition, they are supposed to be responsible for capturing ghosts and evil spirits, bringing safety and good luck and providing protection. Ironically, those who take on the role of a bajajang are also usually associated with the criminal underworld, and locals often refer to these gangsters or wannabe gangsters as bajajos. From what I understand, bajajos usually have tattoos, wear brands like Kappa or Adidas, have bowl haircuts, curse a lot, usually in Taiwanese, and sometimes ride scooters without helmets or side mirrors because, gangsters need to live dangerously. Not all bajajos actually serve temples though, and many of them are just delinquents who are generally looked down upon in Taiwanese society. Nonetheless, those who do serve the temples contribute a lot to the local Taiwanese culture. These temple ceremonies would definitely not be the same without these guys. The spirit medium, also known as Danqi in Taiwanese, offers himself as a vessel for the god to possess. It's believed that once he's been possessed by the spirit of the god, he'll no longer feel pain. The spirit medium would then hit himself with spiked objects. While I was watching him do his thing, I was kind of conflicted. On one hand, I'd like to see the complete ritual, which would mean watching an old man injure himself. On the other hand, there's no way I would enjoy watching someone harm themselves like that. The ritual does make the festival more interesting, but I'm not exactly sure what the audience gets from watching self-inflicted violence. In the end though, all he did was swing that spike ball around. I didn't actually see him hit himself with any considerable amount of force. And from what I saw, there wasn't actually any bleeding. It might have been a bit anticlimactic, but I'm glad he didn't do any real damage to himself. Now, of course, I don't believe in any of this. I don't believe this guy was being possessed by a god. I don't believe spirits were watching a drama made just for them. I don't believe praying to an idol actually brings good fortune. But from an outsider's perspective, I do think these local rituals and folklore are quite fascinating. They create a more colorful, a more interesting culture. But what do you think? Do you think these rituals still have value in today's society? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this one I made a while back. Until next time, catch you later.